Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I got a 2013 GMC Savannah or Chevy, whatever version, express van. It's a 4.8 liter V8, and customer's complaint is a check engine light. So I went and I scanned it for codes, and it's got downstream O2 codes. So I was like, okay, let me put it up in the air. I don't remember the specific code. Maybe I'll put it down in the description what the code actually was. I have it in my phone. I took a photo of it. But it was sort of a, if I'm not mistaken, a voltage-related code. So I was like, it's usually a bad O2 sensor, but it could be a wiring issue. It's a wiring issue. So I put this thing up in the air, and I'm looking, and I realize it's got aftermarket cats on it. And I'm wondering if this thing was a victim of maybe somebody, pirating the cats, cutting them off with a Sawzall or something like that. Because there's something I see here. Let me show you what I see. So there's the driver's side cat. Here's the passenger side cat. And this is an aftermarket cat. If you look up here, this is the wiring for the O2 sensor. So yeah, I'm going to have to open this up and I'm going to have to see what's going on there, because I'm going to have to fix this mess, whatever this is, and make this right. So let me see if I can't get in here and start opening this up. I wonder if I can film this in any way for you to actually see what I'm doing. I don't know. Let me see if I can prop the camera up there somewhere. Hang on. All right, so I kind of got you propped up there. I hope that works, because I can't see the camera because I got it up above the frame rail and kind of tucked in between the exhaust. Well, let's see what's in here. Can you see that? I can just barely see in the camera, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And these are very real repairs. This is the kind of stuff you get when people that just don't care do work. And this is obviously done by somebody who just didn't care. But we care, so we're going to do it the right way. Let's just break that off. Oh, look at this, more tape. All right, I'm not sure what we're looking at here just yet. All right, let me start cutting this stuff open, because I don't even know what in the world I'm looking at here, but this feels like trash. I'm going to be willing to bet somebody twisted some wires together and soldered it, and as you know, I do not solder wires. So, all right, let me get you out of here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up. I'm going to take a look and see what that actually is, and we're going to go from there. Okay, I wound up cutting the wiring to get this thing out. See that? Let me go over something black. Yeah, that's the type of solder connection. How good is that? It's not. That is not a good connection. I mean, come on. Look at this. This thing was exposed like this, that boogered up solder there. I mean, in this, I can't, I just can't. I'm sorry. Absolutely incredible. If you did this, if the person that did this is watching me, hang up your tools and walk away from the car. Stop touching it. Don't even change oil. You're not that smart. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I am floored. Wow. My 10-year-old grandson could do a better job than this. Whew. I'm going to fix this the right way. This way we can get this back to the customer. Okay, so the next thing now, I have the new connector here. Let me show you something. And here it is. It comes with like these super long wires. You just cut them off, like you cut it to length. You don't want to run all of that wire and then have to tie it up out of the way. These connectors come with these type of butt connectors. Okay, I don't like these. Why? I've seen these cause problems. I've seen where these things are installed. And these are great in a pinch. I've seen them work well too. But the problem is, you crimp these in place and then you heat them up, because you heat these up afterwards and the ends here actually melt down. It's heat shrink. And I've seen it where after they've been melted down, the spot where you crimped it, because obviously you're crimping over the heat shrink, the spot where you crimped actually splits open, and now you exposed the actual connector on the inside. So yeah, it's heat shrink and it's got the glue inside, but now guess what? Now it's exposed. Now you can get water in it. And I've seen it. Matter of fact, I had that video with that 6-liter flip nose Shizuzu truck, I think I called it. And that had a throttle body where somebody did all of these on there and water got in because they crimped it and it cracked the heat shrink. So this is the way I do it. I crimp the ends. These are non-insulated. These are non-insulated butt connectors. I use the right size one. These are the good quality ones. They are the rolled metal. There's no seam in them. And then I use marine style heat shrink. It's got glue in it. Now, I've told you guys a million times in the past, or maybe not a million, but several times in the past, I do not solder. Why do I not solder? Find me a single circuit on a vehicle, on any vehicle out there, that actually has soldered connections. You can't find one because they don't do it. The factory does not solder connections. If you don't do it right, you can actually add resistance to a circuit by soldering the connection. You got a clean wire and you do this, you're not going to have a problem. Never have a problem. I've never had a wiring come back. Never. Not once. Not from something that I've done like this. So, and this is what I learned in school many years ago. So, also, when you're wiring these on, you can't just put the wires on willy-nilly. You got to follow a wiring diagram. Make sure you got it going in the right way. So let me get this in place and I'll show you the final result. And there you go, crimped, heat shrunk, the whole bit. I'm just going to wrap some tape up on there and then plug it in and we're all set to go. Okay, there you go. That's the final result there for fixing that. Now if you look real close, you'll see I have a zip tie around this end of this electrical tape that I wrapped. The reason I do that is because where the electrical tape comes to an end, a lot of times over time it'll actually unwind itself from there. So I put a zip tie over it to hold it in place. Well, hopefully that's coming out clear. I can't even tell. I think it is. Okay, but you get the idea. But there it is. Everything's in place. And I routed it. Luckily the clip was still here for the connector to go into. So that's all. And that's all set. So ready for the customer at this point. Like I said, if that was you that did the repair, walk away from cars. No need for you to botch up anybody else's vehicle. Disgusting. Anyway, hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.